how's it going? Welcome back.
Boy.
Ace Attorney. Hey, this is Ace Attorney, you know.
Miss Faye, I'm sorry about what happened back there.
It's all right. At least you told us the truth in the end, Mr. Wright.
Yeah. So I guess I can start to relax then, huh?
Relax, my boy. You can't be serious after hiding such important facts.
But the next witness is my Dolly, right? She'll save me. I just know she will.
Why do you think that?
Huh? What do you mean? She's the love of my life, that's why.
The love of your life, huh? Would you mind telling me more about you and Miss Dahlia Hawthorne?
Sure, no problem. Dolly and I, we first met about 8 months ago, right here in this very courthouse. Actually, I'm studying to be a lawyer on the side. Anyway...
Hopefully that's not going to be a series of games and...
One day, she and I just bumped into each other in the reading room downstairs. That's why I really think it was fate that brought us together. As soon as I first set eyes on her, I knew she was the one for me. Oh, here, take a look at this. She gave this to me the day we met as a symbol of our love. She'd been wearing it around her neck that day. Then, she took it off. Before she gave it to me, she said, "I want you to carry this."
I gave it to you as a present. I see.
This darling little bottle is filled with memories of my darling little Dolly. It certainly is a little bottle. Oh, fuck me.
It certainly is a little bottle, all right.
It makes me so happy. I show it to everyone I meet. I want to share my happiness with the whole wide world.
Dahlia's present, a small bottle necklace given to Wright on the day they met. He shows it
to
everyone.
Anyway. So after that, you and Miss Hawthorne started... Oh, fuck!
So after that,
you and Miss Hawthorne started dating.
Yeah, but she's so shy. Every time I see her, she always says the same thing to me. Please give it back now.
What a strange girl. Asking for a present back like that.
By the way, Mr. Wright, the day you first met Dahlia Hawthorne 8 months ago, it wouldn't happen to have been on August 27th, would it?
Huh? Yeah, it was.
But how did you... This happened on August 27th, right here in this courthouse.
What's this? A newspaper clipping? Let's see. Murder in the courthouse. Murder?
What are you reading there? Let me see that. Oh, I see. Here. I think I understand what you're trying to say. I think I understand why you suddenly took such a keen interest in this case. I believe there's some connection between these two cases. Am I correct?
Newspaper clipping, an article from 8/28, almost 8 months ago.
Take a read at that. Very no information is being disclosed at this time, since a victim of yesterday's incident in the district courthouse cafeteria is said to have been a lawyer. However, police are questioning the 19-year-old female college student who was sitting with the victim.
I hope you don't mind, Mr. Grossberg. I need to finish this myself.
Oh, yes, but I think what you have will not be enough, my dear. I'll go and have a look in the downstairs video room, see what else I can find.
Thank you.
I want to do whatever I can to be of help for her to you, Mia. But looks like recess is about over. I'll better get moving.
I guess so. That recess sure seemed longer than 20 minutes, though.
Actually, it was 5 minutes, but...
It's 5 fucking minutes.
I still think that where we stopped was a good place to stop. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. Oh my god.
confusing to this chair.
Ooh.
How do you do this?
How do I do this?
Yeah.
How do I sit down for a long time?
Yeah. And stare at a screen and stuff.
Yeah, it's not that... It was be shitty at an office job.
Oh yeah, I could never do it.
Have you seen, like, there was, like, a model of, like, what it looks like when you're, like, when you work as, like, an office job for, like, 40 years? Office job. Yeah, here it is. This is what you look like. Being in an office job. That's what you're supposed to look like. You get like this horrible back posture. And
Oh my god.
yeah, he's just a model of what you look like.
Oh my god. I believe it, dude.
Yeah. So
No, that sounds like hell to me. I'd rather be a coal miner. I'm serious.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm dead serious.
Good.
Court will now reconvene, Mr. Payne. Please call your witness.
The next person is someone who witnessed the crime as it happened. The prosecution calls Miss Dahlia Hawthorne to the stand.
Oh, sorry. What's with the stiff silence? In my long career as a judge, I have been deceived by many witnesses. It's my job to doubt, to take no one at their word. But in your case, I must admit that you radiate a glow of complete sincerity.
Can't believe he actually said that.
Now then, witness, could you please state your full name?
Don't worry, sweetie, there's no need to be nervous.
If anyone says anything rude, you can be sure I'll cut them right down to size.
I would kill a man for you, and I will bash them with my gavel!
I love how they look straight at me when they say that.
Thank you for calming my nerves. You're all so nice. I almost feel right at home.
Not at all!
It was nothing at all!
If we may move on now, what is your full name and occupation?
My name is Dahlia Hawthorne. I'm a junior in literature at Ivy University. I just want to say, it's an honor for me to be here in your noble presence.
The honor is all mine!
No, the honor is all mine, and I'm Frank.
Well, we know whose milkshake brings all the boys to the yard.
Sir,
Is this something I can help you with?
You can just go on and say whatever is on your mind at all. We're listening.
I'm sure that there must be some kind of mistake. Feeny would never kill anybody. I just know it.
Yes, yes. I can see why you'd say that.
She's going to be a tough witness, all right. It only took her 12 seconds to wrap them around her little finger.
Or Pinky, because it's so fancy.
Now then, please proceed with your testimony. Let's hear about what you witnessed on the day of the incident, if you please.
We killed him. I had been planning to go back to Feeny's place after class was over. Feeny and Dougie, they were talking behind the building. Then suddenly, Dougie got all wobbly and just collapsed. That's when Feeny noticed that I was there. I went to go and find some other students, and I called the authorities. You can't do coke right now, man.
I don't know what to say. According to you, Miss Hawthorne, the defendant didn't do anything wrong.
Easy win.
Young lady, you're kind of fucking me over right now. As old as I am, even I can recall how hot the flames of young passion can burn. Nevertheless, it's my job to discover the truth. Please, tell us the truth.
But I would never.
That's more than enough, witness. I won't allow this to continue.
What do you mean by that?
Please, just let me proceed with my cross-examination, Your Honor. I, for one, don't plan to win my case on a bunch of paper-thin lies.
You haven't changed a bit, Mia Fey.
What's this? So you two are acquainted?
Yes. We've met before. Once.
In any case, Miss Fay, the floor is all yours.
It's good to see you again, Madam Fay.
Madam? I'm no one's grandma yet, girlie.
Until Ace Attorney 12. I had been planning to go back to Finney's place after the class was over.
Now, unless I'm mistaken, Feeney, Mr. Wright is in the art department. If that's the case, then what were you doing by the pharmacology building?
Well, I'm in the literature department. I'm studying Japanese and Ryu poetry.
Oh, how wonderful. Your parents must be so proud. It's that humorous yet satirical style of haiku, yes?
Nothing left to do. When a man reaches this age, sleep is his best friend.
That's supposed to be poetry. Sounds more like a midlife crisis.
For me to get to the art department, I have to walk through that back area.
Ah, yes, I see. That makes sense. Total sense. When I want to enter the courthouse, I always walk through the front doors.
Ugh.
How else would you enter? Teleportation?
Finny and Nuggy, they were talking behind the building.
So who is this Dougie person?
Oh, I'm sorry, Doug Swallow. We were dating until about 8 months ago.
So what were Dougie, Mr. Swallow and Mr. Wright talking about anyway?
How could you be so mean? I would never eavesdrop. I wasn't raised to be so rude and unrefined.
That's right, Miss Fay.
Don't drag the witness down to your level.
Why am I being demonized here?
Please, go on. What did you see next, darling?
Suddenly, Dougie got all wobbly and just collapsed.
Are you saying that the victim just collapsed on his own?
Yes.
In other words, the defendant never touched the victim, is that right?
I was watching the whole time. Feeny never did a thing to Dougie.
If I press her for no good reason, I just know the judge will get angry with me. So what would show... What the fuck? So
My
what
God.
should I do about her testimony just now?
Well, I guess the contradiction is Phoenix said he pushed him.
Feeble lies are not very becoming, Miss Hawthorne. So let's drop them, shall we?
What? I would never.
Miss Fay, oh, what the fuck, dude? I would not allow you to badger this witness.
Badger?
I believe the defense is engaged in, a fishing expedition. That is, she has no supporting. Please don't glare at me like that. I'm just doing my job.
Now then, Miss Hawthorne. The defendant's palm print was found on Mr. Swallow's leather jacket. It has already been shown that Mr. Wright did, in fact, push the victim.
What?
There's no need to try to cover for the defendant. It would be much better if you came out and told us the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God.
There's nothing to worry about, young lady. Just tell us everything that you saw.
Yes, Your Honor. I will. If you don't mind, I'd like to revise my testimony.
Looks like we're finally getting somewhere.
Actually, I didn't see the moment he pushed Dougie.
You didn't see it?
Well, I saw the moment when Dougie fell to the ground.
At the time, there was only the two of them at the scene. The defendant, Phoenix Wright, and the victim, Doug Swallow.
Yes, that's right. They were fighting, and I didn't hear anything unusual either.
So then, what did it look like they were doing to you?
Doing to me? I thought they were having a nice, friendly afternoon conversation.
Oh, give me a break.
That's why I really wasn't watching them all that closely.
Did you notice anything out of the ordinary at all?
No, nothing at all, Mr. Judge.
It's Frank! Oh, I like the sound of that. Mr. Judge!
I'm voting back.
Oh, now that I'm Mr. Judge now, I will never be Frank again. Now then, please proceed with your testimony.
I went to and find some other students and they called the authorities.
When you say students, do you mean students from the pharmacology department?
Yes, they're all very fond of their drugs.
Please try to stay on topic, you topical bitch. So to find some pharmacology students, you went to the labs, correct?
That's what I was planning to do. In the end, I wound up not going. About 10 research students came running out of the building entrance. Somehow, they all seemed to know what was going on.
Students knew what was going on. More details.
Give me more.
Tell me more. But how could the students have known what was going on?
Well, I don't know for sure, but they knew what had happened. It's just, they all seemed kind of excited about something.
It doesn't look like I'm going to get any more info about the students.
So did the students call the police?
Yes, I was just so panicked.
Yes, well, anyone would have been, my dear.
Girl, she's telling a super obvious lie and she knows it. She's just pretending to protect Mr. Wright. Yes, that's got to be it. Way to go, Mia! Attaboy! Okay, that means I'm going to have to dig deep to find the contradiction on this one.
Hey, what am I doing?
Fine, okay, let's go through the statements.
Okay, I'd been planning to go back to Feeney's place after class was over. Feeney and Dougie, they were talking behind a building. Actually, I didn't see the moment he pushed Dougie. It didn't look like they were fighting, and I didn't hear anything unusual either. I went to find some other students and they called the authorities.
I went to go find some other students and they called the authorities.
Yes.
So what was keeping her from just like intervening?
Well, she went off to find other students. I mean, look at her.
Alright, evidence.
Can't fucking lift a goddamn Happy Meal. Alright. Time of death at 3 p.m. The cause of death was electric shock. Is what the crime scene looked like.
Yep.
Here it shows the victim's time of death, so it was at 1:15. There we go. It shows 1:15. Cold Killer X was found in the victim's hand. It was covered in its fingerprints. There was an umbrella owned by the victim and was found broken near the electrical pole at the crime scene. Phoenix has testified that the victim fell on top of his umbrella and there was a loud sound when this happened.
Right.
Dahlia gave Phoenix this present right here, and he shows it to everyone. And remember that Dahlia keeps on asking for it back. And then a newspaper clipping from a incident in the courtroom.
All right, back to the statements. Go back.
I went planning to go back to Phoenix's place after class was over. Phoenix and Dougie were talking about something. Actually, I didn't see the moment he pushed Dougie. It didn't look like they were fighting, and I didn't hear anything unusual.
Didn't hear anything, but he apparently fell on the umbrella.
You say you didn't hear anything unusual, is that correct?
Yes, that's why I was very relaxed, looking over at the scenery around me.
That's nice, but I find that just a little odd. I have here the testimony of your boyfriend, Mr. Phoenix Wright. And he clearly testified to the effect that when he pushed the victim, he heard a sharp, loud noise.
He said that?
You were really that close to the two of them. Why didn't you hear this noise as well?
Well, maybe the noise wasn't all that memorable.
But according to Mr. Wright's testimony, it was a sharp noise like a snap. There was no way a noise like that could fail to make an impression.
May I have a moment to answer?
But by all means.
I know the reason why I didn't hear the noise.
Oh, honey. Do tell.
You see, the truth is, I had my headphones on.
Of course.
I was listening to the music at the time.
Oh, I knew it.
Headphones? You mean that both of your ears were covered?
Yes.
I was just listening to Daft Punk all the time.
Oh, I love the Daft
I
Punk.
love Daft Punk, and mine was just letting to lit up. But it seems as though 4 wasn't ready for his fun to come to an end yet. So the sky continued to flash and rumble.
Yes. I knew it. I knew she'd have an explanation.
Thunder and lightning, huh?
Ah, thunder. AC/DC, I was listening to that as well.
Thunder.
Yes. I'm afraid of the sound of thunder.
Of course, a little leaf like you.
So I put my headphones on to block it out.
Oh, anything for you, honey.
Well, Your Honor, as you can see, there weren't any contradictions in their testimony after all.
Wait a sec, Mia. That testimony just now! She said something that could totally change this whole case. There was lightning. Your Honor, there's a problem with the witness's testimony.
Whoa, what do you mean?
Didn't you notice? She said there was lightning, correct?
Yes, what about it?
Well, lightning is actually a large discharge of electricity in the atmosphere, am I right?
Now's not the time for a science lesson, Miss Faye.
Yes, Your Honor. Anyway, since the cause of death was electrocution, is it impossible that the victim died from being hit by a bolt of lightning?
You said "oh," by the way. I don't know if you didn't see that.
Oh! I must admit that the thought had not occurred to me.
So what kind of thoughts do occur to this guy anyway?
Mr. Judge.
Mr. Judge. Frank
Judge.
This entire case is built on the premise that Mr. Doug Swallow was murdered
The very premise itself is mistaken. The defense believes that Mr. Swallow was in fact the victim of a stray boat. It appears the defense may be onto something. Could it be that the death was actually accidental?
All right, you did it, Mia. I'll be taking that not guilty.
I'm hurt that you have such a low opinion of me, Miss Fay.
Huh?
I'm not a fool, you know. The prosecution has done its research, Your Honor. We found that there were no lightning strikes on that day at the location!
What?
What's more, we have evidence that the electrical cable is definitely linked to this case.
Evidence? Mr. Payne? Well, what is the evidence?
This affidavit.
And who is David from?
The pharmacology students who were conducting experiments in their labs that day.
All named David.
Allow me to read out to the court the testimony of the pharmacology students. All equipment in the labs lost power all of a sudden at around 3 p.m. that day.
Oh! Was it a blackout?
All of the lab's equipment runs on high voltage, Your Honor.
Bingo!
So you're saying the equipment lost power because...
Precisely. They lost power because of the severed electrical cable. The power outage occurred at approximately 3 p.m.
Which fits with the time of death listed in the autopsy report.
Exactly. In other words, the victim died as a result of touching the severed electrical cable.
Oh!
According to the students, the cables were very old. They were planning on having them replaced in the near future.
I see.
Apparently, the cables had become so brittle that even the smallest bump would have cost them the break.
Students testimony, the old power cable broke due to some sort of impact on 4/9/2:2555 p.m. period. However, there is one thing that troubles me. If the cable could have been broken by any small bump, then it wouldn't have been snapped if it hadn't been bumped into, correct?
Well, I suppose you could say that.
Miss Faye, do you have any thoughts regarding the cause of the severed cable?
Your Honor, I don't like how this is looking one bit. I have to come up with something to try to regain some momentum. If it pleases the court, the defense would like to state its opinion.
Well then, let's hear it.
Who or what was it
That caused the cable to break.
Who or what caused it to break? Fucking umbrella.
The umbrella caused it to break?
I think the lightning struck the umbrella.
There was no lightning strikes in the area, though.
Okay. What caused the cable to break? Okay, we'll just go through.
Alright.
Okay.
Then,
That's it?
yeah, and then there's this.
Caused it to break.
I was thinking about the who or what.
Okay, go to the profiles then, I guess.
Yeah.
No, it's one of those three.
Yes. Look at what happened.
Okay, she's watching.
She's watching. Watching what?
She's watching this go down. And then she doesn't see exactly how he falls to the ground, sees him fall to the ground.
Yes.
And then she decides to go get help.
Yes. But what did she see? Well, what was happening actually?
There's some sort of... They were talking.
Yeah.
They were just talking.
And then what happened?
And then suddenly he's on the ground.
I'm not talking about from Dolly's perspective.
Oh.
I'm talking about what actually happened.
Okay, what actually happened was they're having this disagreement. Phoenix pushes him onto the ground. And...
Okay.
And he falls on the umbrella. And then Phoenix leaves. And when he comes back, he's dead.
Okay, then what or who caused the power lines to break?
Would have to have been Doug, because he was the only one there. Unless I'm missing some detail where Phoenix could have done it. To make it break? What could Phoenix have done? Thrown the pill bottle at it? Broke it?
Don't think about the wire snapping. The wire snapping was a result of this happening. It wasn't like they went up there and then cut the wire.
Okay. So this happened because of the push? But how? Your Honor, please think back to Mr. Wright's testimony.
The defendant's testimony?
He said that after he pushed the victim, he heard a loud, sharp noise. Now, this happened at around 3 p.m., correct?
Yes, that sounds right.
Wait! Are you saying that... The lab equipment lost power at 2:55 p.m., which fits right in Mr. Wright's timeline. In other words, it was Mr. Wright's shove that caused the power outage.
Yes! The prosecution also came to that same conclusion. It was that very shove that caused Mr. Swallow to be electrocuted.
I'm afraid I can't agree with you there, Mr. Payne.
What's that supposed to mean?
It means I don't agree with you, you old fuck. Take a good look at where the victim landed after being shoved. See the umbrella? It's by the electrical pole. That's right, the victim banged into the pole as a result of being pushed. It was that impact that caused the cable to break.
Yes.
Okay.
Because you remember what Payne said, that a simple push could have broken all of the could have broken the wire.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like it pushed the pole, and then the wire from the being pulled by
Stretched
the
too much.
stretched in and snapped.
Gotcha.
That's what happens.
Well, that makes sense, and then the victim was electrocuted. Funny.
That was very funny.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, but no, it doesn't make sense at all. If the victim was shoved into the far pole, then he couldn't have been electrocuted by this severed cable in the foreground here. In other words, someone other than my client must have electrocuted the victim.
Order! Order in the court.
Ah. The lamentations of my enemy, how I've longed to hear them.
It's true, the defense is absolutely correct. There doesn't seem to be any way the defense...
Mr. Judge, sir, may I say something?
Anything.
Madam Attorney's explanation. He said some things that are a little different than I remembered them.
What the?
Please, just once more. Can you please testify one last time? Please, Mr. Judge.
Of course, it's all right, my dear. Just go right ahead and give your new testimony.
This is it. She's finally starting to show her true colors. I knew she wasn't a natural redhead.
And we're gonna see what she witnessed. Part 2.
On the next episode. Phoenix
Trials-
Friday's Attorney.
Trials
Trials
and
and Tribulations.
Tribulations.
Make sure to like, subscribe,
Do
comment
all
below.
that stuff.
Um,
Till next time, I love you.
I love you.
Goodbye.
Shiver down my spine. Body's aching all the time. Too late. My time has come. Shivers down my spine.